Reacting to bad OnlyFans advice, part one. Let's go. Yeah, let's go.
Fans account safely. Hey everyone, my name is NB, and in this video, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about how.
So to give a bit of background on her OnlyFans is Naked Bakers. I think she kind of gets why her OnlyFans works. I think she kind of doesn't though, and I'm not saying for sure all of this advice is going to be bad, but I know for a fact a lot of things are going to be missed and glossed over and misunderstood. So let's get into it though. And shout out to her for her success, regardless. Whether she's completely capable of creating that success over again, or whether she just lucked into it. She has success, which is commendable. So let's respect that and honor that. Also, the lower half of the face thing, it's a riskier thing, but if you're very, very careful about it, it can work and you can have a successful OF career without ever being exposed.
To set up and create an OnlyFans account safely and successfully.
Also, shout out to her veneers or her natural teeth, but they look like veneers. Shout out to her teeth, top tier teeth, triple T.
OnlyFans is a social media app.
Shut up.
It is very similar to Instagram and Twitter. So you have a wall where you can post videos, photos, text. You also have a story. But the main difference between Instagram and Twitter and OnlyFans is that OnlyFans allows you to monetize your content. So say someone's been following you and they want to see more from
very basic.
You. They can.
Got that right. Let's go. Let's get this shit. Imagine Venmo and IG had a baby. I mean, I guess that's a way
If you're someone that likes.
Yes. No, it isn't. Yes. If you're a woman, yes. Because I covered this in the end of OnlyFans video. It's not going to be too long where any random girl can make an OnlyFans and make 10 bands her first month. That era is coming to an end very soon. A recession is coming. That means a lot of layoffs are coming. A lot of layoffs already happened. There's already even more OnlyFans girls. But eventually, with TikTok making any random girl famous, and with OnlyFans allowing them to monetize that fame, there's only so many tricks out there. There's only so many guys that are willing to spend money on OnlyFans content out there. Even if they work all day 24/7 and at their flipping burgers job for 15 an hour and spend every last dime on OnlyFans, there's only so much money out there. And when this recession hits and the amount of people that have been laid off double, half of those people are going to be women. When you have, I dare to say, 1 million new OnlyFans models, these are blondes, these are big titted women, small titted women, big ass women, small ass women, tall women, short women. These are all types of women that you are now competing with. When the people you are competing with literally doubles, your money's going to go way down. So make an OF now. Yes. There's no question. Should I start an OF? All right. And look at her. Has she ever been exposed? No. She shows the lower half of her face. She shows enough to convey some sort of personality. And she's made thousands on thousands. She could go be a teacher now after this.
Creating content that likes being in front of the camera and also engaging with people online. If you like those two things, then I would 100% suggest you create an OnlyFans account. But
that has nothing to do with creating an OnlyFans account. I didn't like posting to TikTok. I still did it because I was getting hundreds of thousands of views, which I was going to turn into thousands of dollars. Eventually hundreds of thousands of dollars. Tens now, but eventually hundreds. So it's not about whether you like it or not. Don't go into anything business oriented looking to have fun, because that's not what the fuck it's about. It's about seriousness. It's about discipline.
If you are only doing this for the money,
it's about war.
You don't actually enjoy creating content. There's a lot of work that goes into this, and if you don't enjoy that comes across in your content, could hurt your successes in the end. Because some of the most successful people that I've found online, you can see that they create.
No, the most successful accounts are ran by women who used to work in marketing agencies. That's literally a fact. Kazumi, Miss Robinson, Miss Poindexter. They're ran by women who used to work in marketing. It's the understanding of marketing that sets apart top tier creators from bottom tier creators or failing creators. Anything under 2,000 a month is failing as an OF creator. What separates them is their ability to market.
Enjoys creating the content and it doesn't actually feel like a job.
What?
You can create any kind of content that you want. I've seen accounts that just have...
No, create content that is very niche specific. Her content works because it is a direct niche and it is serialized, meaning she does naked baker. She could bake thousands of different dishes. She would never run out of dishes to bake. That's why her OF is successful. So create content that is repeatable over and over and over again with lots of new different ways. I cover niches where you can do that on the Patreon, but also create content that's going to make a lot of money. Like, this is about money. This is about cash. That's what needs to go on here. The creation of hella cash, of hella bands. That's the only goal. So if you like, there's this one girl, and again, a lot of the top earning OF models aren't the most attractive. There's this one girl, she's not the most attractive, but she acts like a dog. That's like, that's a thing for her to do, right? So if you have a thing, find a thing, right? Or if you have a thing, use your thing. If you don't have a thing, find a thing. Find something kind of weird, kind of interesting that you do, when it comes to sexual stuff, and monetize that. Do it over and over or do it in a way that can be episodic, that can be serialized, right? That you can make 100 different pieces of content for the rest of your life every year based on this thing, right? There's lots of different things, and I cover like tons of them on the Patreon.
Food content, which is sexy but not.
Also, this is a good point. Never go past this on OnlyFans. And not to say too much for free, but you shouldn't actually be using the OnlyFans platform. That's not what you need to be doing at all. They take 20% first of all, and there's a lot to it, but don't actually use the OnlyFans platform. It's just a catch-all term, right? OF is just a catch-all term for post-pandemic sex work.
Nude.
But yeah, you don't ever go past lewd without getting paid directly in a PPV for it, because she's a perfect example of this. Bad Baby made 50 million without ever showing a nipple. She made I don't know, at least millions, at least 2-3 million, while never going past just baking naked. Like, that's all she's ever done. She's never gone past that. She's never like been with a guy on camera. Definitely never interracial.
Up to hardcore content. So it's not only adult content, it's whatever you feel like.
Do hardcore content, but charge thousands for it in the pay-per-views for the fans who really, really want the best, the most. They want it real bad. And that way also you can put in a unique code in each video. Like, if you're selling that video 100 times and you're only selling it for $5, like a lot of these silly OnlyFans models do, then if your video were to get leaked, right? Because right now, if you only sell actual penetrative videos in the DM, you can claim that, on my OnlyFans, I'm going to I only post bikini pictures. You can claim that to a guy, right? And he won't be like mad at you, and your dating options increase widely, right? But if that video of you comes out like Ash Cash, then you can't say that anymore. But if you sold that to 100 dudes, you have 100 different people who it could be. If you only sold that video to 5 dudes, and you made them, sign certain paperwork, which you don't even have to make them sign certain paperwork. There are certain protections under the law already, but making them sign certain paperwork actually, helps. But anyways, it's a short list of 5 people, and you know who the person is going to be, and you have them directly. You can punish them. So that's another benefit to only selling content like that for a very, very high price point.
Dating and whatever.
And on the feed, it should be just lewd, just like nothing more than a bikini.
Speaks to you. The first thing you want to do is pick a name. Pick something that works for the kind of content that you're going to create. So once you pick your name, what you want to do is create a fresh Gmail account. Do not start any new accounts with any of your pre-existing personal emails.
What she's talking about is OPSEC, operational security, making sure no OSINT, that's open source intelligence, OSINT. If you don't know what that is and you're an OnlyFans model, search OSINT right now on YouTube and watch videos for hours, because this is how your stalker fans are going to find out who you are and find out your real name and ruin your life. So you need to make sure none of that is able to be tied back to you. I can do a video on that, but that's a topic that literally needs hours to be taken, which is another reason why OF models just need to work with an agency like mine. You may not even have the attention span or ability to focus on boring topics for long amounts of time. So you may not even be able to set up OSINT for yourself. Like if you don't set up OSINT for yourself, your everything you do will get leaked, no matter how hard you try. You know, like there are people who spend their entire, like the internet detectives are undefeated. You heard that, right? You've heard that term before, right? It's real. It's very easy if you know what you're doing to find a lot of information about people on the internet. So
start completely fresh. What I did is create a brand new desktop, and it just made everything so much easier. So once you have your name and your Gmail, then you can sign up for OnlyFans. It's super easy to get verified. You just take 2 photos, answer some questions, and you should hear back from them in like a day or 2.
3 minutes in, and she said nothing that that separates her from the, I don't, at least hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of OF models that are broke. She said nothing that separates her. Just super basic advice. The video is shot well though. You can tell. You can tell she knows how to shoot content. She has a nice lens. She has plants in the background, which make people feel more comfortable. It's just a well shot video. She knows how to shoot videos well, which is probably another reason why her OF content does better than a lot of other people's. And she has nice fonts. You know, and she has, you know, good music in the background. She knows how to create a happy, calming vibe in her videos.
No, about OnlyFans is that they take.
You can learn more from that, what I just told you about her videos, than anything she said so far in this video.
Get 20% of what you make. So for instance, if your subscription.
No, I'm not even gonna get 20%. Wow, I'm not even gonna give the sauce on how to, you know, get around all that. That's for the Patreon, but you know. If you make, let me do the math on this, because what's 20% of, because the Patreon is $50, right? So I'm gonna do the math on how much money you'll save. If you make more than $500 a month on OnlyFans, you will make your money back on the Patreon in the first month by not using the OnlyFans platform and finding the better platform to use. OnlyFans takes 20% of your revenue. That's fucking insane. In any other business, you would want to kill your business partner if they were taking 20% of all the money you were making, right? You would want to, if that was someone you were working with, or someone in your supply chain, you would want to kill them if they were taking 20% of all your revenue. That's damn near a 360 deal.
Is $10. You walk away with $8. And
you think you're getting fucked in your content? No, OnlyFans is doing the real fucking.
OnlyFans gets $2. But one of the really cool things that OnlyFans does is that they make use of a referral code. So say you use someone else's referral code to create
a pyramid scheme. Now, it's okay to be a part of a pyramid scheme if you're at the top or very close to the top. But in OnlyFans, are you really? No. There are so many other people. Like the OnlyFans wave came and went. If you aren't already popular on OnlyFans, you're not a part of the wave.
Brand new account.
This is not going to work for you. There's not that many new OnlyFans models coming until the recession, until all the layoffs happen. But until then, there's not that many new OnlyFans models coming for you to be able to refer. And then why do you think you're the one that's going to be able to build an audience strong enough to be able to refer them?
Person will make 5% of what you make, up to $50,000, but it doesn't take away from your 80%. It takes it away from OnlyFans 20%. So you're still getting that 80%. OnlyFans is now getting 15% pretty much, and your friend is getting.
That's still way too much money. 15% is still way too much money.
5%. So another thing to think about before you start selling and creating content is if you want to make your OnlyFans account free or paid. Paid is basically a subscription, and you pay to view your wall. So if you pay $10 on the 10th of the month, that person will be charged again in 30 days. And the other way to set up your account is to make it free. So anyone can follow for free.
Never make a free OnlyFans. Well, I mean, there are some uses for it. It has some utility, but you need to post essentially what you would post on Instagram. Nothing above what you would post on Instagram goes on your free OnlyFans. Really, the only purpose of a free OnlyFans is to build another fan base on the OnlyFans platform. Because if they're just watching you on Instagram, there's no direct way for them to pay you. On OnlyFans, there is a direct way for them to pay you. So
there you can make individual posts for sale. So I like to keep it super simple. Almost all of my content is shot just using my iPhone camera. And then...
Wow. Terrible, pathetic, doesn't care. But does it matter? Does it matter? If she's having success, does it matter? I guess it doesn't. Hey. But no, you want, like, I'm filming on a Canon 70D right now with an f1.8 aperture lens. It's a reason why this behind me is blurry right now. It's a reason why my face, like, you can focus on my face, but you're not focused on my hair. Like, you see that? I'm able to do that because I have a nice camera. Now, those are small touches, but they add up over time. And especially when, like, you should take pride in your content. I don't think you should make content because you love content, but you should take pride in your content. You should look at every single detail and try and make it the best possible content that it can be. Not out of love for the content, but out of love for the bands. So, wow, that's crazy. But hey, good on her. She's making thousands off it. So, yeah.
For basic photo editing and video editing, I use an app called Filto. It's pretty straightforward, but if I do have a project that is a little bit more complicated, I would use Adobe Rush. And then for equipment, I would 100% suggest
Rush.
buying a tripod. There are so many different ways to promote your page, but what I found personally is that Reddit and Twitter are the best for finding new fans.
That's kind of true. Hello, let me change the battery. Y'all can see me? Okay. Twitter is the best place. Reddit is a good place, but Reddit often the Reddit users, because you can find so much free content on Reddit, and you can find free, like, hardcore stuff of even celebrities on Reddit. So it's kind of hard to compete on Reddit. It's kind of hard to get long-term subscribers on Reddit because they are the subreddit they found you on. Probably they can find girls content for free on. So why would they pay for yours? Now, there are a lot of answers to that question, and there are a lot of ways to make money off Reddit by answering that question. But you have to ask yourself that question and understand that that question is going to be asked of you subconsciously by your potential subscribers, and you need to have a good fucking answer for it. An example of that would be posting on subreddits like girls with glasses. I think that one's still safe for work now, but it's essentially just pictures of girls with glasses. It's no, like, crazy, wild NSFW stuff, right? So if you were to post on, like, I don't know, like r/ass, well, you're obviously, that's they can already see your ass, right? But if you were to post on girls with glasses, it's just you and glasses. So there's more. You've caught their attention and got their upvote and got their comment without going all the way yet. So now you have all that room to charge them for. But that's just one example of that.
And just bringing attention to your content. For Reddit, I would suggest
Twitter is better. Twitter is best. Man, there's so much I could go into on Twitter. I may even do some for free on this YouTube channel just because the knowledge I have is so immense. I want people to see it,
to post on OnlyFans 101 and OnlyFans promotions. Those are...
I would not recommend posting there. These are people who already know what OnlyFans is and are subscribing to OnlyFans. So, I mean, that's the only good aspect of it. You want to post to guys who've never even heard of OnlyFans before and have never spent money on another OnlyFans model. That way you have less competition. You want to convert simps into OnlyFans subscribers. You don't want to convert someone else's OnlyFans subscriber into your OnlyFans subscriber. Now, if you have great content, which you should have, if you have content that's way better than any other model's content, which you should have, then you are going to still be able to win subscribers over. But it's easier to get a brand new subscriber than it is to win someone else's subscriber over.
Great subreddits for OnlyFans creators. If you want to dig a little bit deeper into Reddit, I would search for subreddits that fit your content and start posting.
Redditlist.com/NSFW. There's that list. There's a map. There's a lot of Reddit not safe for work lists. I'm gonna cover those on a Patreon and go real in depth. Just give so much depth and information. You're gonna aggressively make your money back if you even halfway apply the information on the Patreon.
And growing a community. Now, Twitter is a little bit harder. What I would suggest is to find a promotional account that can retweet you, that can...
Twitter is harder, but it's... the results are going to be so much better that it makes it worth it. Yeah, you could get a promotional account, but there's ways to finesse promo, right? That'll be, I'll make sure to cover that on the Patreon, actually, because if it looks like you have 100,000 followers and she has 100,000 followers, she'd be glad to retweet you because it's mutually beneficial. And you do that with 10 other accounts that have 100,000 followers. Now you actually do have 100,000, right? But also you want to mesh in with the actual popular accounts on Twitter, like the accounts that people come to Twitter for, like that one dude Jozu, or that one Danny Phantom guy, or Your Rage. Like, these are just people who are popular on Twitter. These guys who are popular on Twitter and have mostly male audiences, if you incorporate yourselves into their content, like what do they post? They post funny stuff, right? What do you post? You post girl stuff. So if you mix funny stuff and girl stuff, it works. And like they're like blatantly copying tweets. Like, I've seen multiple tweets that have been blatantly copied over by like the same. It's the same tweet, but like 10 different OnlyFans models have used it, and every single time it drives a lot of paid subscribers to her OF. So
not like you.
See, and that little 30-second clip, I gave way more information than she gave in this entire video, in this entire 8-minute and 21-second video. You're welcome.
But also work on finding a network of other creators that are willing to work together and help share each other's content. I personally love chatting. It's where I get most of my inspiration for the kind of content that I create.
Very smart. Not necessarily smart to love chatting yourself and spend all your fucking time chatting on a phone. I mean, if you have nothing, if you have nothing better to do, go ahead, I guess. But you want to have VAs doing that for you. But using those chats with VAs or with you to find what types of new content your audience would like is very good. Now, you should have your own content direction. Don't depend on them for content direction. If you do that, they'll just say get more hardcore, and then they'll be bored of you, and then they'll unsubscribe eventually months down the line. But what you want to do is have your finger on the pulse of your audience. You want to have your finger on the pulse of your audience. You want to be able to feel how much they're liking your content, how much they're liking this content versus that content, right? How much they like this title versus that title. You want to have your fingers right on the pulse of that. Not a stethoscope. You want to have your ear right, your actual ear right up to their neck.
'Chatting on OnlyFans can also provide a huge boost in your revenue. You can sell your content in those chats. People can also tip you as well. So if
you can sell your content in those chats. People can tip you. Listen, that's the only way to make real money on OnlyFans. And I don't want to say too much here again because, Patreon. People are paying for that, so I don't want to give too much for free. But Bad Baby made $50 million, and only $16 million of that was subscriptions. That means everything else came from messages and upsells. Only 16 out of 50 was from subscriptions. That should tell you everything you need to know. The DMs are everything. If you're not DMing as an OnlyFans model, and it may not be your fault, right? You may just be naive. You may not be purposefully being ignorant, but you're a fucking fool. You're a fucking fool. And you are literally losing out on money. You might as well be fucking burning money if you are not messaging every single one of your fans on a consistently inconsistent 3 to 5 times a week basis, depending on how much they pay you. And that little 10-second clip, I gave more information than she did in this entire video.
A paid account where it's a subscription where you have to pay to see the wall. This can add a little bit more boost in your revenue by selling in your messages. Create content regularly. Be consistent. Every day, be creative.
That's true. Very true. I'd recommend you knock it all out at the beginning of the month. Change outfits, get your whole makeup done if that's what you want to do. Get the hair done if that's what you want to do. You may want to change hairstyles. That's up to you. But take 2 days at the beginning of the month and work sunrise to sunset on all those days. Past sunset, in fact. And get it all in. Get 30 days worth of content in. Now, if you're a CEO-minded person, you're going to take that 30 days and figure out a million plans to make even more money. You're going to think for not 30 days, 28 days. You're going to think for the other 28 days in the month you have. If you're a lazy person, you're going to go, and it's not wrong with being lazy. You're going to go fucking go to Turks, go to Santorini, Greece, go to, Rome, go to Barcelona. You're going to go to these places and just have fun and fuck around. Either way, you have your time. You're not working and trying to live life. You're not,
something, even if it's trash, even if you don't post it, by just creating it, you're learning so much. And the more you do it, the easier it becomes and the better it will look. So be regular, post consistently, but also have fun. Hopefully you found this video helpful. And if you have any further questions, do
fuck no, I didn't.
Not hesitate to message.
She knows some things though. I'm assuming she has like some sort of other coaching tier where she gives like actual knowledge, or maybe she genuinely just decided, hey, I'm gonna get naked and bake, and has no idea that works because that's serialized, that works because that's an actual interesting action besides something sexual, plus you add something sexual, right? Like it would be somewhat interesting to watch her bake, but it's really interesting to do is to watch her bake naked because they don't see naked girls often. I don't know. Maybe she gets that. Maybe she doesn't. But yeah.
Me on Instagram or Twitter. Thanks for watching. Peace.
Okay, so still need help? DM me on IG, and this is where she upsells to the course, and actually, that's where the actual information is. But I mean, I've given you a lot of actual information here, and the Patreon is. If the YouTube video for free is this good, what do you think the Patreon looks like? That's all I'm saying. But yeah, video over.